Welcome to today's Choke Point, brought to you by our friends at Online Trading Academy. Had a really cool opportunity recently to go up I-90 and check out all the construction that's been going on eastbound, east of Snoqualmie Summit. A lot of you, any of you have driven I-90 over the last, well, 12, 15, 20, okay, I'm joking, it's really closer to 10 years. That whole area has been under construction. They've been widening that whole section, basically from Snoqualmie Pass east past the lake, and eventually they're going to widen it all the way over to Easton. But what's really cool is they finally opened those new eastbound lanes, so it's much easier to get through there. We're going to have 3 lanes in each direction going through that area, so that should really ease up congestion. But the one thing that people always ask me is, they're like, what is up with that crazy overpass that looks like 2 tunnels kind of at the north end of the east end of the lake? What's that all about? And that's the wildlife crossing, which is actually pretty neat because so many deer, elk, other animals have been getting into conflict, little incidents with cars. You know, you get hit by cars and things like that because what's happened is there's been so much traffic added to I-90 over the last couple of years that there's really aren't any safe places for those deer or elk or other animals to cross I-90 anymore. The traffic's just so constant. So it's become a barrier to them crossing to get from the North Cascades to the South Cascades, things like that. So they built this barrier. It's an overpass, basically a pedestrian overpass for animals, and it's taken shape. It should be finished next year, and then over the next year after that, they're going to add downed logs, vegetation, build up the walls on the side, so the animals won't even see the cars below. We won't even see the animals. We won't even know they're going. It's really cool. Now, the one question people always ask me, like, okay, how are the deer and elk going to know to cross there? You put up a deer crossing sign and they don't cross. You don't control the animals. You're not going to charge a fine for every elk that doesn't cross there. What's cool is they're going to fence the entire section of I-90 to funnel the animals to that and get them up and over. So it's going to be pretty neat. It's going to be good for us, for drivers, because there should be less conflicts with animals on the road, which means less animals being hit, which means less accidents, which means less backup of the freeway, which is a good thing. It also provides free access for those migrating animals. It's a pretty cool project. I know a lot of people have lots of questions as to why we really need this. Is it worth the expense? But I think it is. I think it'll be good to keep the animals away from the cars, and hopefully the animals will follow the directions. The word's out, apparently, because they're already trying to cross there even though they're still under construction. Let me know below what you think of the idea. What do you think these should be put in other places? This is the biggest one we have in the state so far, one of several that are going to be put along this I-90 stretch. What do you think? Is it a good idea? Waste of money? Let me know. And this Choke Point is brought to you by our friends at Online Trading Academy.